So yeah, when I was watching it, it was really talking about if I had to go back on actually watch it again so I can remember
I
everything.
would have to rewatch it too.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's been a while.
yeah. Sent it to me like 2 months ago when I met Deborah. That's actually when I watched it. Um,
I sent it to you like right after I had watched it. I watched it like maybe twice or three times, but it's been a while since, and I've been like doing a lot of things. Yeah.
And it was talking about in the case of like companies, companies, and also if you think of family dynamics. In the case of companies, it was looking at it in the sense of people are in certain like it's an employee is always going to be regarded as an employee to the manager, and in order for like the company, let's say the company over like the CEO or whatever, in order for them to see that employee as someone equal to their manager, they have to do even more than their manager. Otherwise, they're always going to be seen as an employee. You're always going to be in the box of an employee. Right. You're not going to just happen to be like, oh, well, he's been an employee for a while. Let's move him out of that box. Let's move him out of that frame. He's always going to be in that box, and that manager's always going to put him in that frame of an employee. And the manager is always going to be in the box of the manager to the manager supervisor. You don't just happen, oh, well, they've been manager for, let's make them a manager supervisor. Right. He has to do that much more than the manager supervisor. And someone who's on a different aspect of the company, someone like in terms of, I don't want to really name anything specific, but like someone else in a different department of the company that's a higher up, that's a supervisor manager, they're not going to see the bottom employee. They don't know what he does. He's always just an employee. Right. And I found that made me think of in my workplace. I always found that like not even just my current workplace, but like any workplace I've been, I've always noticed that like I just have like tension with authority. Right. And I never quite understood. I always had that issue. Like I'm very, I guess you could say, irreverent to authority, where I'll just do what I want, and you can't like kind of tell me what to do. I'm sure you know as how like my personality can be when it comes to authority. I'm very resistant, right, and I'm very rebellious. I never quite understood that. But when I was watching the video, when they was talking about how that employee is always in the box, that employee, it made me realize like that is why I have issues with authority, with organizations, with companies, because once I'm there, I'm in a box. Yeah. And I don't like boxes. I need to be able to step outside the box. I need to be able to move where I want to. I don't like being told, hey, you're here. You're doing this, you're gonna do it that way. And that's all you know. I'm like, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I want to do more. Maybe I want to be the top guy. Maybe I don't. Even though I really want to be the bottom guy, I'm always pushing forward. Yeah. So like when it came to certain things, like when I was working with youth, I'd be told I'm the same level as the other coworkers I have working with youth. I knew I wasn't, but I was told I was. Yeah. And that's something that bothered me.